In this video we're going to talk about 300 TDI lift pumps yet again. It seems to be quite of a common problem, so stick around. So it seems to be kind of a common occurrence that the 300 TDI lift pumps, these things here, break down all the time. Yet I've already done videos on them, and if you stick around right till the end of the outros, and I'll put some links on to two kind of important videos, one that shows you how a pump works and the other one is how to work out the correct spacing. You see, that's the key. A lot of people can buy this spacer here, but it's too thick, and what it does is it will allow you to prime the pump or prime your filter at any particular position. This thing here, you see that little primer, this spacer here on there between that and the block, yeah, it'll prime, but when the actual pump's running there's hardly any contact on the lever here from the cam, so that means you've got virtually no fuel pressure. I worked out quite a while ago that the optimal thickness was 3 gaskets. There you go, like Paul Daniels, look, there goes three gaskets. And we're going to do a measurement now, because, where's my measuring stick gone here? So, let's do this in millimetres. 1 gasket is 1 millimetre. You see, 1 gasket's 1 millimetre. 3 gaskets, 3 millimetres. However, if you were to put this spacer on, and you put this and 2 gaskets, you're going to get 6 millimetres, because this is 4 millimetres. See? 5, 6. It's too much. It's way too much. 3 is the number. Now, these 2 pumps I've changed in the last 2 weeks. I don't do videos on every single job I do, but here's one here. Listen now, listen to this. Can you hear it? What's happened is that this has only had 1 gasket on, and what is going on is that the cam is too tight against this lever and it's nowhere to go. When this lever pivots, there's a little pivot in here. Where is it? Oh, it's somewhere here. But when it pivots, it pulls a pin going downwards like this to create a little bit of pressure, or flow, whatever you want to call it. So when this pump is close to the block, it's going too far down. It's pushing too far down. So what happens is the pin comes out of a little hook at the bottom. It's like a little fork that goes in the bottom and attaches around the pin, and what happens is it eventually breaks, and that's what happened to this one and this one. See, it's not pumping at all. How can you tell? Because here's a good pump. Listen, see, how can you tell it's a good pump? You got some used pumps on your bench or in your workshop. How do you know it's a good one? Simply put your finger over the end, right, of one, and you won't be able to move that pump. See? Put it over this one, can't move it. And that's because the valves and the diaphragm are working perfectly. So it's not allowing any leakage. If you do this and you can still pump it, the diaphragm's knackered. And you can usually find that out because you see out that little hole there, it leaks. On these type of pumps, there, see, it leaks out of there. This hole is just to let fluid out also, but you know, if the diaphragm splits, so diesel doesn't go into your engine block and your oil, you don't want that. But if you see any dripping out of here, the diaphragm's usually split. So that's about it in a nutshell. I don't want to drag this on and on. Stick around, watch the rest of the videos, and you'll see. But again, if you had a standard pump, right, a cheap one. Let's get this set up. I should have set this up actually. 3 gaskets, standard pump, you'll be fine. Because that gives you an optimal, that the distance from the block is perfect, and also it gives you a good opportunity to use the lift pump to get fluid through. And that's what it's all about. You know, like fluid, fuel, whatever you want to call it. It's Friday afternoon. But that's it. So remember that little test. If you've got a pump you're not sure what it's like, put your finger over the nozzle. If you can't push it, it's a good pump. Alright? See you later.